Yo, what's happening out there? Justice Severin here, back again from the OGC. Today we are talking about how to embrace your ecosystem, right? Really discussing how to properly analyze and most efficiently leverage each platform that you're using in your online business to really connect them together and how to increase the monetization from them all as a complete sum. Okay, so like I said, if you haven't before, go ahead and hit the subscribe button right down below here. Want to make sure we get you locked in for all of our future videos and all of our past ones. And this was a live stream I did straight out of my Facebook group called Original Chapters Marketing. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get you in. First and foremost, a little quick housekeeping, right? Hey, drop a hashtag live if you're here. Honestly, what is Thursday? Drop a hashtag, or forget the hashtag. Drop a happy Thursday. Drop a niche you're in. Drop what's your favorite color? I don't care. Just let us know you're here. Show something here. Like I said, say what's up. Right? Happy to have you guys here. Of course, if you're catching the replay later, drop that hashtag replay later. But like I said, let's go ahead. You see the topic here, and if you haven't, let me go ahead and scroll so you can see the topic. Embrace your ecosystem, right? That's what we're talking about today. So let's make sure we get this really dived in here for you. So go ahead and actually let's take a quick step back here. Pumped to see that I shouldn't even have said the word I or the letter I. We crossed the 800 member mark in the group here. So pumped about that. Super thankful for everyone here jumping in. Like I said, I want to keep that value coming, keep it pumping. So I'm actually, and a quick little thing to throw in. I'm going live in a couple other groups later for an interview today. So if you want, drop a comment. I'll share you guys the deets there so you can jump in it. I think it's actually going down like 45 minutes or so. So, hey, if I see you there, great. If not, at least you're here for the good stuff. All right. So, and lastly, I did a 30-minute free training on traffic and leads. I think it was last week. Told everyone, really to hold the questions till the end on that one because there was a ton of great value there, honestly. And you can even see if you go back and look at the comments, people were loving it. Really just all about how we can tap into a never-ending pool of leads day in and day out inside our business, applicable to any niche, just like this stuff, applicable to any niche, any marketer, any experience level. Ton of value there. Okay, so at the end of the day, really should check that out. That was all about the only types of leads you should consider as qualified, the 2 untapped markets for some strange reason nobody is looking at when it comes to organic marketing, and the 3 levels you should be approaching your primary traffic sources with. All right, so like I said, enough of the chit chat. I want to really come here now and just go ahead and give you what I said here, because at the end of the day, like I said, a lot of people are overcomplicating things in a way where if you just take a step back and then complicate it a little bit, it's going to make a world of a difference for you. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up this quick on the iPad here, and let's just kind of break it down. I'm going to talk through some things. We're going to go ahead and make this thing happen. All right. So now first and foremost, let's pull this up. So as I said, embrace your ecosystem. What do I mean by that? So first and foremost, what I really mean by that is understand first and foremost what your main platform is. I think a lot of people, when they kind of see this, they are really picturing this more so as, hey, my goal here is to get a sale, right? So your goal here is to really get the sale. And at the end of the day, you're using whatever platform it is to get there, right? So using whatever platform you can do to get there. And now you're just going ahead and attempting, all right, you know what? I'm on Facebook. I'm going to keep just pumping it. I'm going to just keep on doing stuff to get this ultimate sale right here. I'm just going to keep on pumping it. I'm going to go ahead and use TikTok. I'm going to just keep on putting videos out, keep pumping it until I get a sale, right? And so at the end of the day, this can get you results. Maybe for you, it is getting you results. And if it is getting you results, then you need to listen to this even more. But if it's not, take a step back now, because at the end of the day, what I really want you to start thinking about is how your system is really built out, right? For anyone who's ever been a student of mine, you know that I'm big on talking about sales processes, right? Having an understanding of exactly how you're getting a customer or a prospect to become a customer, turning a prospective client into a client, right? So at the end of the day, the better picture you can have of that, it's going to make it that much better for you, right? So let's just go ahead. As you can see, this is just very broad, right? A lot of people are going into this game very broad with their strategy. I'm on a platform. I'm going to do stuff to get to the sale. Let's get a little specific on the stuff now, right? So with that being said, let's go back. At the end of the day, the goal, I'm going to say that the goal is to get a sale, but for you, the goal is to help somebody. The way that you're going to help somebody though today is you're going to get a sale. So let's call it what it is for now. So number 1, sale. That's the finish line right there, right? So now how are we going to go ahead and get to the sale? All right, this is one thing. Now, if you think about it too, realistically, you could say that if your sole focus is FB, right? If your sole focus is TikTok, if your sole focus is IG, sure, you can really have this as a highlight here, but even more so, you got to get specific on how you are getting people to the sale. All right, and once again, this may sound obvious. You're like, Justice, I don't need to listen to this. I'm out of here. If that's you, whatever. Because at the end of the day, you need this more than anybody else. All right, so realistically, let's take it back. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people are working on multiple platforms here. So how are you going to handle these the most effectively, right? So what I really want to encourage you to do is think about the different layers that you have in your business, right? At the end of the day, for myself, I'm big on Facebook, I'm big on email, and I do a little bit elsewhere, right? But those are my main two focuses. So I could, what if the average person would say, all right, Facebook, email marketing, we'll call it EM. This is the way that Justice is going to get his sales. That's all he's got. So just keep on pumping it and there you go, right? But when you actually take a look deeper and really look at everything you got going on, it really paints the picture in a way where now you can be most effective with your time, a way to really speak to your prospects without coming off so desperate because you know you can predict the future that much better. This is something here where at the end of the day, I think that everybody should practice this. And all it takes is once. So you do it once, you go back and refresh this. So let's just go ahead and dive in a little deeper so you can even get more of a clearer picture here. I don't mind using myself as an example because at the end of the day, I want to give you guys something that's actually real and really happening, right? So let's just go ahead and start from here. Let's maybe think about the ways that a sale really happens, right? So we can talk about one way that I'm closing sales is in Messenger, right? So we got Messenger here. Another way I'm closing sales, you could say, is over the phone. Right? Another way I'm closing sales, you could say, are directly through funnels. Right? So now, once again, all right, so now you can even see here too. We're not just, once again, going from Facebook to sale, right? We're thinking bigger than that. We're getting more specific and we're getting clarity here in exactly how we're going to make a sale happen. Right? This is what separates the rookies from the pros here. The ones who are just taking a step back, keeping things simple while having it actually mapped out. I'm telling you, this stuff is crucial. Drop a value if you're getting some value from this. I'm telling you here, this is really good. I'm telling you here. So let's keep going though. Let's keep going before I keep on getting distracted because I get pumped up about this stuff. It's like, I love having that clarity in your business and be able to really take a step back and understand what's going on changes everything for you. So now let's think here. How do these three pieces come to life, right? How do these three pieces come to life? I'll tell you right now, so this is kind of where now you can take a step back into the next piece and understand how your system's really working. So for myself, let's go ahead and start from right to left. So for the funnels right now, I have ways to get people to funnels from, you could say, email marketing. We could say from Messenger. And I'm going to blow this back here a bit because I can just think of another one right now. I do it from 4, I'm going to tell you right now. Facebook profile, email marketing, my website, and I thought I had another one. I can't remember right now, so we're going to leave it at that. So those are ways. Oh, and that's what it was. And Messenger. Right? So hopefully you probably can't read that says Messenger, but you're hearing me say it. You get it. All right, so now let's think about this. How are we getting people on the phone? Right? I'm doing that through one. I'm doing it through Messenger. And realistically, I'm telling you, man, this is powerful stuff. This is powerful stuff here. Right? So Messenger is one way. Another, and I'll even say Messenger, maybe one of the biggest ways I'm getting people on the phone at the moment here. Another way I'm doing it, email marketing. All right? Like I said, I'm opening it up here. At the end of the day, I want to really paint the picture so this isn't just fluff. This isn't just talk. We're over here talking about real things that can actually work for your business now. All right? So now, we move there from Messenger. How am I getting people into Messenger, right? We're talking about FB. And I'm going to move out FB for a second because we can probably even make this a little simpler here, right? Once again, I want to get that simplicity, and then we can add complexity here. And as you can see, once again, this isn't complicated stuff. We're just taking a step back, right? Imagine you're at the top of a building looking down. You got the bird's eye view. How much better are you going to be able to see and understand and know how to navigate what direction to take in your business, right? This is what we're doing here right now, okay? We're just stepping back and knowing exactly how you're making things happen. This is the mind of somebody who doesn't really care about whether they get a sale or not, right? This is the mind of somebody who says, I'm on Facebook, I'm pushing to get sales. However I get there, I get there. This is somebody who's trying to actually dial in what they got. They're working for more of a business mindset here. So once again, I'm just trying to paint this picture here, right? All right, so now let's go ahead and jump back into it. Messenger. How am I getting people on the Messenger? Content. That's one way I'm getting people in. We can say we're doing it from email marketing, right? Those are probably two main ways I'm getting people in there, right? So now we want to take a step back here. How am I getting? Look, see, so this is where it all simplifies. Now that I know, once again, we're seeing where this is all really coming from. Where is this sale now? Where is this going to happen from? How is this going to come to life? At the end of the day, this is now going to come to life. I'm going to erase this because once again, we don't want to be this guy up here. So I'm going to erase this to clear up some room for us. At the end of the day, we want to go ahead now and let's see where are we going to make these points happen. Let me see if I can get fancy and highlight here real quick. How can we make these points become a reality? Because we now have an understanding that when we get to these highlighted areas, we are moving ourselves closer to the sale, okay? Don't overlook this stuff here, I'm telling you, right? So now let's go and take a look. We kind of know, for one, we can get people to our content from, let's just go ahead, I'm gonna put up here, because I kind of told you my main places, so I'm just gonna use these two for example. My FB profile, and I'm gonna say email marketing. Right? So let's say that I could honestly, if I wanted to, I could easily say FB group. So if you have a group, you can easily take this and put this into place for that now. So now listen here, we got these three paces where I know that I am stemming. Like I said, think about this as layers, right? If we're talking layers, this is the top layer. This is that middle section right here. This is that bottom layer. And at the end of the day, after the bottom layer, after you dig through, you keep digging, you will hit the gold mine. It is a matter of time, right? So now let's have an understanding of how we can get to these highlighted areas. How can we get to this middle section? It's going to start from one of these places here, right? And honestly, at the end of the day too, I have another one. I'm going to remove the group because we're going to just say that stems from the profile. And so now we're going to go ahead and say, I'm going to say website because that's something that I have. At the end of the day, if you have one, great. If you don't, who cares? You don't need it, because at the end of the day, even if you have just one of these, what you're going to see is realistically, this can get you where? Right, let's talk about the FB profile. And once again, this can work for TikTok. At the end of the day, you need to just think about exactly how you can get someone to the promised land, how you can get someone to a place where you can help them, turn them from prospective client to a client, right? All right, so now with this being said, let's just start with the profile. We're on Facebook right now. How can this happen? This can happen here via content on Facebook, right? From my Facebook profile, if I'm putting content out, I now know that I can get people here, right? Facebook profile. I can get people from my Facebook profile, my friends list, into Messenger directly, right? This is another way my profile can now get me there, right? And now let's see here from the funnel side. Honestly, the intro section of my profile alone, realistically, I'm gonna just say, I'm gonna put FB profile here because realistically, this can happen just as well. FB profile. If I want to simplify, I can take a step back and honestly, just go like this here. Let's say I want to get rid of this. I'm just going to go directly to the source, right? Because realistically, my profile has a link. And if you don't have a link on your profile right now, you definitely should, right? At the end of the day, I always tell people, having a link on your profile, you don't put it there because that's going to be your top way you're going to get sales. But at the end of the day, we're treating our profile, our TikTok, our Instagram as if it's a funnel, as it is a website technically, right? It's got a URL. Let's start treating it that way and direct people to where we want to get them. So at the end of the day, I have a profile and it has a link to a funnel there. And potentially, as you can follow here, it can lead people to the sale. And if you look as well, this is probably my easiest way, most hands-off way to get a sale here, right? Because at the end of the day, I am completely hands-off. They're going through to this. For people on TikTok, there are going to be ways where you can be extremely hands-off and get people to the quote-unquote promised land here, right? Where we're now being able to go ahead and close the sale without even having interaction. And I think that's what everybody dreams of. And that's kind of where, like I said, this person up here who's so focused on platform, sale, this person is only thinking about this one option, basically. This person right here who you don't want to be, right? You don't want to be this person. But so many people are this person, right? And they're just hoping that they go from platform to sale here. So at the end of the day, let's go ahead and focus on exactly how we can not only use this, but realistically understand how we're going to get people to the promised land. So at the end of the day, I hope you can see where I'm going here. Realistically now from the website, my website here, I have several ways where mine honestly goes to. And this is where you can start taking a step back and seeing now, because from my website, I can, for one, get people to my Facebook profile. So realistically, my website is now feeding into my profile. That's a lot of the times what it's going to do, get someone back to my profile. I'm going to put FB profile / FB group for simplicity here. But imagine how now I can really layer this out where there's another option in this kind of top level here, the top layer, right? So understand now, this website now is feeding people into this, and I know exactly how my Facebook profile alone can specifically lead me to the promised land, right? So now let's talk about the email marketing. Same thing as we've already discussed here. This email marketing go right there. All the EMs you see, these are all email marketing. So at the end of the day now, these are all clicking to each one of these funnels. So at the end of the day here, I'm telling you, this stuff is extremely powerful now. So that's just, I don't want to go too deep because as you can see, I don't even like how they're kind of crossing over here because it's making it look a little messier. I don't want to confuse people and once again, make this look more complicated than it has to be, right? So let's just go ahead and leave it like that. But at the end of the day now, you can see, have an understand. The moral of this story here, understand your ecosystem, right? Know where people are, know where people are going to come from, and have an understanding of exactly what you are going to do. The reason I'm so big on sales processes is because you can have an understanding of exactly where people are getting stuck, where people are getting caught up at, where you need to fix in order to allow yourself to proceed down to this sale down here, right? So at the end of the day, once again, most people overlook this stuff, right? They think that you have to be even more complex, and maybe you look at this and you think, hey, you know what, this is kind of complex, right? But at the end of the day, I walk through this. If you need to, watch the replay again so you can see how simple this stuff really is. And if you do this every once in a while in your business, I promise you, it's going to be so powerful there, right? At the end of the day, few people are making sales doing this. Few people are doing this, right? At the end of the day, this is super vague. Level it down here. Put those layers in there. And it's going to make everything super clear for you, all right? So I hope that this makes some sense for you guys here. I'll leave this for a second to let it marinate a bit more. But at the end of the day, I'm going to check and make sure we have any comments here. At the end of the day, I'm telling you, once you start looking at this here, it's going to make things so much clearer for you and have a much more better understanding of where you need to fix, where you need to prioritize, right? That's what we're talking about here, where you need to prioritize the most. Because at the end of the day, this is why I'm sharing this with you. So many people here are talking about, oh, you know what? I'm just going to keep hammering on this and because I think that this is it. Right now, when you start getting good and you start tracking this stuff, having an understanding of where the sales are coming from. Now you know, right? All right, now, okay, you know what? Where did this person come from? I got a sale here. Where did they come from? You know what? Maybe if you're lucky, they came from a funnel. And so now what you need to start thinking about is, okay, I know that the funnel works. How can I get this funnel in front of more people? I'm going to start putting it in my website. I'm going to start using it in my messaging. I'm going to start using it in my emails. I'm going to start sending people to it by having a link on my profile, right? Start having a deeper understanding of how you can get people to the promised land. All right. So like I said, at the end of the day, you can make this stuff extremely complex, but realistically, just keep it simple at first, right? Maybe for you, you have just one of these, right? Maybe for you, you focus on your profile. Just think about how you get people from profile through to the sale. Don't be one of those people who's being super vague and just trying to make it work magically, right? Let's dial it in here and have an understanding. So I'm really hoping this stuff clicks. I'm going to double check. I saw some comments here. Let's make sure that we got everything settled here because I want to make sure you guys, this is all making sense. You know what? I'll leave this on the screen so you can even see it actually. Let me not take that down for you. And now I can see my face is kind of blocking up this top right. Hopefully you guys can kind of see a little bit there. There we go. There's a little better. Let's see what we got here. Dre, good to see you guys live. John, really just one second. Michael, great to see you. Annecy, great to see you. They keep it moving. Liz, great to see you. Oh, I'm loving it. I'm glad that all you guys are getting a ton of value here. At the end of the day, like a lot of stuff I talk about, stuff is simple. Just put it into effect. Take a step back in your business and just watch the magic happen, right? Take it from there. So hey, I don't see any questions in the comments here, so I'm gonna probably just let it be. I'll wait another second. I don't have anything too much. I'm not trying to sell you nothing here. I'm not trying to have you click on anything else. I want you to just let this stuff sit, get the value, do with it what you may, right? Like I said, I don't see any questions, so I'm gonna just probably let this drop. Great stuff today. You got any comments, drop them in the comments here, or leave something in the post in the group. We'll get up to it later. But great work. Stay focused. Keep things clear. Don't be someone who's just operating in a blurry line, or in just a mindset where it's just very fogged. Okay, keep it dialed in. Keep it simple. Make it happen. All right. So like I said, I don't see any questions here. So keep it up, guys, and we'll talk soon. I'll probably see you next week. Definitely see you next week. I want to make sure I got this live before the weekend. I've had a busy week, so I meant to get a live in here earlier, but at the end of the day, I'm glad that we got to talk ecosystem. Let this stuff marinate. I will see you guys next time. Hey, thanks for watching this video all the way through. Make sure you go ahead and like this if you got a ton of value from, which I hope you did. Subscribe to the channel, and absolutely go ahead and join us in our original chapters community. Links right down there in the description. And as always, you are designed to become who you choose to be. I'll see you later.